welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're trying to crack open something that often seems really intimidating in trading: scalping. Everyone tends to say it's incredibly complex, maybe like a high wire act. But what if that complexity isn't really in the strategy itself? What if it's more about, well, how it gets explained? Could there be a surprisingly almost elegant way to cut through all that noise, maybe even, dramatically improve results, potentially slash losses almost overnight? I'm really hoping we can sort of piece together that simpler, powerful approach for you today.
That's a great point. Trading can seem daunting, absolutely. But often I think the real challenge is just finding clear explanations. So yeah, let's explore a method that tries to cut right through it all, focusing on actionable steps you can actually grasp and maybe use.
Okay, let's do it. Let's unpack this. So the first piece, our kind of foundational signal for this strategy, it's the TrendCraft ICT Swift Edge indicator. This tool is basically designed to give you a clear visual, right? Potential buy, potential sell opportunities, like our first compass reading.
Exactly. And what's really useful here is how specific you can get with the setup. Helps with precision. So you'd add this indicator, then jump into its settings. The key change. Adjust the SMA length. It defaults to 20. Change that to 42. Think of it like fine-tuning its sensitivity. A 42-period SMA just smooths things out a little, filters out some of the tiny market jitters. Means we're focusing on slightly more meaningful short-term moves for scalping. Oh, and also hide the label lines. Just keeps the chart cleaner. Once you do that, you'll see two main lines. SMA high, that one's red, and SMA low, which shows up green.
Okay, so those lines give us a good starting point, a directional hint. When both lines, high and low, turn completely red and the price actually drops below them, that's like a preliminary flag for a potential sell. And the other way around, if both turn green and the price climbs above them, you're looking at an initial BUY signal. But, scalping is fast, right? A hint isn't always enough. We need more certainty, don't we? How do we avoid getting faked out by just a quick flicker? And avoid those frustrating false starts.
Exactly right. You need confirmation. To really strengthen this and make sure we're trading with the market's real push, we bring in a second tool, the ADX Trend Filter Indicator. Its main job is simple. Clarify the underlying trend, make sure we're, swimming with the current, not fighting it.
Right, swimming with the current. I like that.
Yeah.
And visually, this one sounds pretty simple too. So you add the ADX Trend Filter, hide everything except its MA band, and you just see that colored band, like a traffic light maybe. Red band means downtrend, green means uptrend. That gives the confirmation.
That's it, a visual cue for the trend direction.
Okay, that ADX filter, that sounds like it could be the market's, internal compass, steering you away from choppy stuff. I remember trying scalping years back, just getting constantly whipsawed. Maybe this ADX thing was the missing piece. Would have saved some headaches.
That's precisely the idea. Stop the whipsaws. Now here's where it gets really good. We combine them, both indicators together for higher probability entries. It's all about alignment. Everything needs to line up. So for a sell entry, condition 1, both SMA high and low lines are red. Condition 2, the price is clearly below both those red lines. Condition 3, the ADX MA band is also red, showing that underlying downtrend. And finally, you wait for confirmation with a bearish candle closing, price moving down.
Gotcha. All signals pointing down.
Exactly. And for a BUY entry, just flip it. Both SMA lines green. Price is above both green lines. The ADX MA band is green. And confirmed with a bullish candle closing. Upward pressure.
Okay, alignment. Makes sense. So conditions met, you're in the trade. What about managing it? Stop loss, target.
Good question. For a sell trade, the stop loss usually goes just above that red SMA highlight. That's your eject button. If the market suddenly reverses against you, protects your capital.
Okay.
For a buy trade, you'd place it below the recent swing low.
Yeah.
Your safety net on the downside.
Man, the target. You mentioned a specific ratio.
Yeah, the target is aiming for a consistent 1 to 1.5 risk to reward ratio. Basically, for every dollar you're risking, defined by your stop loss, you're aiming to make $1.50 back.
Smart money management built in.
Precisely. It's a systematic approach, disciplined stops, consistent risk reward that helps with the whole idea of cutting losses and aiming for those steady profits.
And really, that's the power here, isn't it? Integrating these two specific tools, the TrendCraft ICT Swift Edge and the ADX Trend Filter, into one cohesive system. It builds a pretty solid scalping method, designed for those quick entries, yes, but also really focused on aiming for consistent wins by using that key idea, alignment.
It really does highlight something important for you, the listener, to think about how understanding and retesting these clear rule-based approaches can, demystify complex things like trading. Of course, always remember this deep dive is purely for educational exploration. It's definitely not financial advice. But hopefully it gets you thinking about how valuable, clear, applied knowledge can be in any field, really.